What up? What up? What up? What up? We live, people. Let's do this. We gotta make some money today. Make some money today. Go live on the IG real quick. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Good morning. Good morning. Let's get it popping. Where's all the money at? That's just underdog. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Let's get this thing popping. Got some bets to make this last hour. Rashad White under 14.5 rushing yards already on the board. Let's see if they have any promos over there. What do we got? Daniel Jones, 225.5 passing yards. Who are they playing? Houston. That's going to be a tough one. Some basketball. Bijan Robinson, over 34.5 receiving yards. That's possible. That's possible. I might hit that one up. Let's do that one. And we got who? Rashad White. Under 14.5 rushing yards. Really? Oh, he's not available, huh? Ah, he's not on there. Dang. Good morning, everybody. Let's get this thing rolling. NBA, NFL. I'm trying to make some plays today. We do have a couple plays already on here. Kimani Vidal under 17.5 rush attempts. So hopefully that hits. Hopefully Devin Neal goes under 4 receptions. And this was a play we made yesterday too. Well, I made it like last night at like midnight, but so basically let's go through the books, go through and see what we got. We'll start with prize picks. See what we got on prize picks. My first stop is the Sharp Money tool. Then my second stop is the Fantasy Optimizer. So we got some plays here we can make. Dalton Schultz under 5 receptions, good one. The reason why this is a good one is because of the line discrepancy, but because it's plus money, just like for 1/2 of a catch, it's kind of interesting to me. What was the Devin Neal play we had on here? Under 3.5 receptions, and then on here they got over 12 rush attempts against the Dolphins. That's interesting. Kicking points for Harrison Mevis. That's like what, 2 field goals and 2 extra points. So they're expecting him to score a lot of points against the Panthers. Rashad White. Oh, here we go. What was the Rashad White play? Under 14.5 rushing yards. Yeah. All right, we're going to hit this play up. You can pick any one of those promos, those multiplier boosts, and then we got Rashad White under 14.5 rush attempts. We got $2,000 on this play at plus 113 odds and plus 112 basically. So the limit on Pinnacle is only 500, so they're like 4xing this over here because they can't get that much money down on a book that they want to. So here's my first play of the day. Bijan Robinson over 34.5 receiving yards and Rashad White under 14.5 rushing yards on Sleeper. On Sleeper. All right, let's move on. Who the hell is that? Hold on a sec. Do not disturb me while I'm working. All right, let's go. Chet Holmgren. Let's do Dabble. Is Dabble the next move? Chet. Under 9.5 rebounds. There's play number 1. We got Troy Terry. Under 2.5 shots on goal. He be shooting. He be shooting his shot for sure. But just looking at the market going up against these other books, this is not really a sharp book, but Pinnacle and Bet 105 are closer to 130. So minus 122 is a good play. And since we're on Dabble, let me just go to my Dabble. Keegan Murray under 7.5. So same thing. Um, the liquidity is not as great as I would like, but they are putting more money down than you can put on one of these sharp books. So we'll go with this play next. Keegan Murray under 7.5 rebounds. All right. Here's the play. All unders. Straight off the sharp money. Chet Holmgren, Troy Terry under 2.5, and Keegan Murray under 7.5. Buy him. All right. And what else we got? We did we do prize picks yet? Same two plays right here. So I'll probably look somewhere else. Lou Dort. This looks like a solid play. Let me look to see what's on the optimizer. We can make an optimizer play real quick. Let's do an optimizer play on prize picks. So we got Isaiah Collier under 9.5 points plus rebounds. Look at my positive expected value page. Nothing. All right. This is basketball. Under 9.5 points plus rebounds. All right, there's play number one. Isaiah Collier under 9.5 points plus rebounds. I'm not really feeling this Christian McCaffrey play. It could hit. I'm not saying that it can't hit, but it can hit. But we'll hit the Dalton Schultz under 4.5, just because all these books are heavily favoring it. So even if we put this in a 3-man, it's a good play. So under 4.5 receptions for Dalton Schultz. Less. That game starts in 45 minutes. All right. And we got Devin Neal's rush attempts, I think is going to be my next play. We already have him in a slip, but it's his receiving yards or receptions. So these don't really, it's like more of a positive correlation than a negative correlation. So Devin Neal over 11.5 rush attempts. All right, here's my next play. All coming off the fantasy optimizer. I'll put the link in here. Fliff, we'll take a look at Fliff. Let me share this if anybody wants it. All right, DraftKings. Let's take a look on the sharp money. We got NBA, NBA, NBA. So the liquidity is not my favorite. Bookmaker minus 125, and also the value is not the greatest. Let's take a look on the fantasy optimizer. All right, so we do have plays on the optimizer. So boom, let's go to DraftKings. I could probably do some on my theory too. All right, Alperen Sengun over 36.5 PRAs. Let's go. Do we have any promos we could use? No promos? What? That's what they do on Sundays? Stats, that's not. All right, anyways, let's go. Sengun over 36.5 PRAs. And then we got Isaiah over 13.5. We picked him already, so I don't know if I'll pick him again, but we can go with Darius Garland over 25.5 PRAs. All right, let's take a look. Let's update this real quick. Nothing. Update this real quick. Dyson Daniel under 12.5 points. I'll probably stick with the optimizer on this one. Alperen Sengun, Collier, and Darius Garland. If you want to go with this Collier play, you can. We already put him in a DraftKings pick. We could pick Yusuf Nurkic over 21.5. This is also a good play. So one of the two work. Jabari Smith. There's a lot of good plays on here, actually. under 14.5 points. These ones I probably won't take just because that 1 point is a big difference in the odds that they have set. These ones are a little bit more favored. Over 21. Which one? Collier? I'll probably go with Nurkic just because we picked Collier already. 122. Let me refresh this one more time. No? All right, let's go with Collier. I'm going with Collier. Stay with the green plays. Over 13.5 PRAs. All right, so here we go. All overs here. Got Sengun, Isaiah, and Darius over on their PRAs on DraftKings. Okay. Bam. There it is. I'll put the link in the chat. I don't know if the link works, but what's drafters? Do drafters? You talking about DraftKings or something else? Fliff. All right, so where that plays in there. Let's see what's on. I don't have Fliff on my thing. Nothing's popping up on here. On the optimizer, you've got these are all good plays right here. Anything in the green, it shows you the EV percentage, so you can put them in a parlay, or you can bet these straight up on Fliff. So just make a bunch of straight bets. Any of these are good. The odds here kind of I'm not the biggest. Appreciate you, Young Juan. I'm not the biggest on plays that have minus 200 or greater or less odds. The payout's is not worth it unless you put them in a parlay. So Miles McBride, not too bad. Chase McLaughlin under 1.5 field goals is not too bad either. This Marquette money line, this is live, so that's a good play. If you're on rebet, there's a lot of value on rebet actually. Cam Ward over 21.5 passive completions. That's a lot of completions for somebody who's struggling, but Buffalo Bills, we have this in a parlay already. I think I had minus 108 odds, so it's actually better now if you want that one. Let's check out Underdog. Okay, so right off the bat, the liquidity would be my number one concern here for these plays, and the odds are pretty much right where we want them or are looking to get them, so it's not that much better. You couldn't go with this Keegan Murray rebounds. We have him already. Let me look at the optimizer. Okay. If you like fantasy score, or if you just want to go pretty much off of here, we can do a fantasy score slip. I'm not big on fantasy score, but we can just do one and just see how it works, just see how it goes. Because I always get smacked on these fantasy score bets. Geno Smith, are these overs? So over Geno, and this is the thing. Christian McCaffrey's always under. The running backs always have their unders, and then they score like 15 touchdowns and like 200 yards. Geno Smith against the Chargers, you would think he's gonna have a good game. That's the question. So Geno Smith, we'll just do it. We'll just do it right here. Geno Smith over his fantasy score. Where is that thing? Why can't I find it? Oh, right here. Okay, Geno Smith over his fantasy score. If you want to do this one, you can, but I'm just doing what this is like a case study. I'm trying to see something real quick. So under 18.5, and then Aaron Rodgers over 14.5. Just do a 3-man. All right, I'm not putting that much money in this one. So I'm just doing $5. That's a case study. Bonus. I'm not even using bonus funds. All right. You don't have to follow this one. This one was just like I'm just trying to see because I always lose on the fantasy score plays. So I'm just going to see what happens on that one. Watch me win that one. Let's get rid of fantasy score. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's get serious real quick. We got DeAndre Ayton over 25.5. And the reason why I'm picking this play and not one right off the top is because of the other books, what the other books are telling me. They have 26.5 because they think 25 is too low, and this is the odds we're getting to put it in a three-man. And then these books have it more heavily favored, so that's a play that I'm willing to make on here. Over 25.5 PRAs for DeAndre Ayton. Let me refresh this real quick. Oh, because my thing's in the way. Let me All right. There you go. DeAndre Ayton. Oh, DeAndre Ayton is down. Where'd he go? Is he done? That's not a play? Oh, he's down here. It's still a good play. I'm still staying with that one. We got DeAndre Hunter over 20.5. Let's get him in there. Over 20.5 points and rebounds. All right, make sure that it's a 3x. If you see the odds shift, don't make the play. Look for another play. All right. We can go with this guy right here. Pinnacle has it at minus 119, so probably not. Evan Mobley over 17.5 points. I'm going with that one. You can literally pick any of these plays and put them together, and you have yourself a positive EV slip. Okay, so actually I might not go with Mobley because they're on the same team. That's kind of like a negative correlation. So we can go with Keontae George. We go with Keontae George. We can put Evan Mobley in another slip. What was Keontae's thing? Under 24.5 points, rebounds. All right, 6-man. I'll share this one with y'all too. All right, so we got DeAndre Ayton over 25.5 PRAs, DeAndre Hunter over 20.5 points and rebounds, and Keontae George under 24.5, all coming off of the optimizer. So 1, 2, Ayton's down here at 3, but I like the odds on this one. We can do another one real quick. Evan Mobley. I'd rather put them. I mean, they could both hit. You could hit. Both of these guys could hit, but I'd rather not put them in the same slip. We can go with this one if you guys would like. 35-22. I'm not a big fan of that one, so I don't really watch tennis. So we can look for other plays. Jacob Poeltl under 10.5 points. They've got it at 9.5. Puka Nacua, no touchdowns, no thank you. Quentin Grimes over 21.5 points, rebounds. That's like a play that could hit. It depends on who's playing. Let's check it out. So no Embiid, VJ Edgecombe, no Watford or Kelly. This is a decent play. Let's refresh this real quick. Refresh this real quick. We could make a sharp money play, but again, the liquidity is not my favorite. And these books, they're too close to the minus 122 for me to look at it as a high value play. So we're looking for plays that are like a no-brainer. Okay, nothing coming up here either. So we're just going straight fantasy optimizer on this one. And let's just pick Jacob Poeltl. I don't know what he'd be scoring, but under 10.5 points. Oh, 88703. So I guess this is a good play. Oh, they changed it. It's 9.5 now. So do not go there. Do not go there. I'm still trying to figure out what drafters is. Are you talking about DraftKings and just calling it drafters, or is there an actual sportsbook called drafters? Steven Adams, we need to be really fast because I don't think this play is going to last too long. Steven Adams under 17.5 PRAs. All right, find another play quick. Onyeka, DeAndre Steven. Well, I'm going to go with Onyeka right here. Under 28.5 points, rebounds. All right, let's go. Lock it. Get it in there. All right, let's move on to another book. Did we do a... We didn't finish this one, did we? Oh, we did. All right. Prize picks. I don't think we have prize picks yet. Today. We didn't do a prize pick slip today. We have one, though. They got the same play on here for Steven Adams. Devin Neal. Oh, I think we did do a prize picks. Oh, okay. We did do a prize pick slip. All right. Let's look at some straights. If you're not on Rebet, let me pull Rebet over here. If you're not on Rebet, get on Rebet. There's a little hack. I wouldn't know if you would call it a hack, but you can live bet with Rebet, Fliff, and Onyx odds with the fantasy optimizer. So like these games are happening live, and look at this EV percentage right here. So if I just go to Rebet, I don't really bet tennis, so I probably wouldn't make these plays just because I'm not much on, I don't really follow tennis, but you can go here and just go to live. Tennis. What was the play? I don't even know these guys, so I wouldn't be able to just like remember it off the top of my head. So I have to find this. It might not even be this tennis. It might be like table tennis. France, FC Lorient, and OC Nico. Anyways, look at the EV percentage on here. It's crazy. On Rebet, you get this at plus odds, but DraftKings and BetRivers have it at negative 250. So you go smash this, and your EV is like insane. Same way here. I'm pretty sure this is regular tennis, not table tennis, but I can't tell you where this game is. Is it table tennis? I don't know. Anyways, you guys get the point. When football season start, or when the football games start, hop on here and just take a look. Um, I'm pretty sure I'm not on the right page. Where's France? That's not it. All right, forget it. Forget it. But let's look at Rebet anyways. You still have good plays right here. This is a 6.78% edge. You're getting it at minus 137 compared to 105. Cam Ward to get over 21 and a half pass completions is crazy because of how much he's struggling, but that's still a play you can hit. But I don't know if this is on, let's see. Straight sharp. Here's a good play. Buffalo Bills under 47.5. Because the limit on Pinnacle is so good, and then you only getting this much, I wouldn't really make this play unless you really want to just look at what the other books are offering. So we can actually make this play right here. Total points for the Bills and Steelers under 47.5. It's only telling me to put $5. I have $2,000 as my bankroll just cause. But we could make this play right here. Just see what happens. That's not rebet. What game is that? The Bills and Steelers. So most of your plays should be straights or arbitrage if you're doing arbitrage, and then um, parlays should only be like a couple. Even if you only have the how come they don't got this game on here? Come on, bro. All right, 47 and a half, I believe it was. Under 47 and a half total points. At minus 139. It said $5. I'll just put $5 in there. All right, we'll lock it up. Lock it up. So if you want to make this play, you can put whatever you want in there. We'll record this. This is off the Sharp Money tool. Onyx odds. Are there any is there any promos on Onyx odds? There's a 25%. One sec. 25% up profit boost on Onyx odds. So let's go to Onyx odds. See what they got over here. Aaron Rodgers over 31.5 pass completions. It says same game parlay boost. Okay, I'm gonna pull my phone up. Let me just move it over. Okay, so the first play is Aaron Rodgers. Who the hell does he play for? So we have a lot of bets on this Buffalo Steelers game. Or Baltimore Steelers. They're not even letting you make plays on it. That's crazy. All right, so scratch that first one. Probably because the odds are so crazy. Tyrese Maxey over 3.5 assists. Those odds are ridiculous, but who cares? Oh, that's basketball. We need an NFL. NFL. All right, let's see here. Rico over 3.5 receptions, plus 160. I mean, you can make any of these plays. The EV is good. So Bucky Irving over 2.5 receptions. DK Metcalf over 49.5 yards. Oh, that game's not even letting us do anything though. Did I pass it? Dang, we can't even make a play on here. Let's see. Try this again. Look at this play. Julius Chestnut over a touchdown. 5 plus 3,000. So there's a good amount of liquidity in here. I won't do this play right here just cause. Who's he play for? The Titans? It's just a $5 bet, but the a 3,000 plus odds. Somebody put $4,000 in here. What's this guy's name? Julius. Oh, it's 22 on here, so it's not that great. It's not that great. Let's see what else we got. For some reason, making a parlay on Onyx odds is like impossible. Let's go DK. Oh yeah, man, every play that I like is on that Pittsburgh game. All right, let's see here. Receiving yards for DK. Over 49.5 at plus 110. There's our first play. We got Khalil Shakir over 5.5 receptions. Or should we try Aaron Rodgers? What was it? Pass attempts? Where is that one? I probably passed it already. Aaron Rodgers over 31.5 pass attempts at plus 122. I don't think it's going to let us do it. Oh, it is. All right. So we're there. One more play. Bucky Irving over 2.5. Khalil Shakir, Rico Dowdle. These are all pretty good plays. Geno Smith over 33.5 passing attempts. That's very possible because, but I feel like I have this play already somewhere. Maybe not. I got Shakir receptions already though. All right, let's see here. Let's refresh one more time. We got 2 plays already, and we're gonna go with um, Bucky Irving. Should we go Bucky Irving? This is crazy. Pat Bryant, Gabe Davis, Geno Smith. Should we try Geno? I did this play already, but I like it. Oh, I have it on Onyx odds already. I already have it on here at plus 119. So I have better odds right now. So let's find something else. You can make this play right here though, straight up. Anything on Onyx odds, you can make all of these plays straight up. So you can just go Aaron Rodgers by itself, Rico Dowdle by itself, Khalil Shakir. Your EV percentage is like outrageous. So let's go with Bucky Irving. He has the potential to catch 3 passes. Where is he? He not on here? Oh, they don't like us. They don't want us to win. Shakir, I got Bucky Irving, DK, Pat Bryant, Gabe Davis, Geno, Tyler Show against the Dolphins over 229. We could go with that one. I don't know how good this guy is, but passing yards over 229.5. His line is at 208, so this is a little OD at. They're giving us plus 156 on here. Way better than this. So maybe not. Over? Oh, it's rushing and all right. I got it. Passing and rushing. Over 229 at 105. All right, here's our NFL parlay. Hopefully it sticks. All right, here's our parlay. We got Tyler Show over 229 passing and receiving. Aaron Rodgers over 31.5 pass attempts and DK over 49.5 yards. I can't share this link on the group, so make sure you guys are either in my Discord to get the link to this, or you can get the link off of my Twitter. So I'll probably go Discord first and then Twitter. If you're not on my Discord, go to any of my profiles and go to my link tree, and then my Discord link is there to join. I post all my plays in here, so whatever book you have, if you have Prize Picks, Underdog, Dabble, Pick Six, Sleeper, Rebet, Onyx odds, it's all here. All right, let's do it. We got NFL 25%. I think it was 25%. Parlay boost. All right, let's go. What else we got? And like I said, you can make all of these plays straight up. Like this, the EV percentage is so crazy that you can just make all of these plays straight up and you don't have to worry about going 3 for 3 or hitting two of these bets, especially because they're underdog bets. So they have less of a chance of hitting. But I've made plays that are like a minus 230 and lose. And then like I've made a parlay combining both of these together and they both lose. So just because the odds are what they are doesn't mean that it's not going to hit, because underdogs hit all day, every day. So don't be afraid to throw a couple underdog plays together. The EV percentage right there is enough for me to be okay with that play. Let's try to make this Cam Ward play by itself on rebet. So we got Cam Ward over 21.5 pass completions for the Titans. Tennessee. These games start in like 15 minutes. Golfer props. That's confusing. Pass completions, Cam Ward, it would be 22, correct? Cam Ward over 21.5 pass completions, which would make it 22 at 137. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna go $5. All right, so we got a Cam Ward play in there. 6.78% positive EV. It's only one other book showing the odds for that, so none of these books are even offering this play. But getting it basically at even money here, we're getting a good deal. So it's all about the deals. It's all about the deals. When I look at plays here, like if you have your positive EV and you put your bankroll in there, so mine is at like 2,000. Is it at 2,000? That's a big ass. Well, I guess it's the 8%. So I could go on here too. What is this? Sterling Shepard. So anyways, this gives you, based off the Kelly criterion, how much you should bet on each wager. If you don't like this, another thing that you can do is based off of the no vig odds determine how much you want to bet. So anything between anything with plus money to like minus 110, you could bet like $5. And if it's between minus 111 and minus 120 or 125, you could do $10. And then anything greater than that, like here, you could do like 15 or 20. You can set up your own for like risk management to make sure you don't blow up your account. But this play right here, I'm definitely making this play because this is the market width right here, plus 104 and minus 131. So if you can find a play that's outside of these numbers, it's a very good play. And we're getting this at minus 103, which is a lower number than 104, right? 103 is lower than 104. So you either want to find a play that's either it's a good value play if you're getting odds better than this no vig. This is basically the middle in between these two bets, or actually it would be between 104 and minus 131. So I'm thinking you're probably like minus 120, 122. So if you're looking on this side, you're looking for plays where you're getting better odds than that. So you would get like 125 up here, which is not that good. You can go on Bookmaker and get plus 110, which is amazing. So that would be a good play. If we're taking the under, which is the more favored play to hit, we're getting minus 103 on a prop builder. So I'm going to go to my offshore over here. You can't do this on rebet, even though it has pretty much the same prop builder. For some reason, they make you parlay everything when you're doing props, player props. You can do main markets by themselves, but player props you have to parlay them if you go to the same game parlay prop builder. But if you go to offshore like BetUs or XBet, any one of these books right here, if you go to any one of these books, you can make that bet straight up without having to parlay it, and it's coming off of the prop builder. So as long as we can get this play at minus 103, I'm for sure smashing this play. I'll probably put the whole 60 on it. I just need my prop builder to show up. I'm doing this off camera. This thing's taking forever. All right, what is it? Sterling Shepard under 1.5 receptions. Who's he play for? The Giants? When's that game happening? Soon? There's a lot of 10 o'clock games against the Patriots. He's not even showing up. Oh, he's not showing up on here. This play's probably gone. That was a really good play. You can get this on here too, but like I said, you have to parlay it, so I probably won't. Oh, he doesn't play for the Giants anymore. I'm so far behind on this. Arizona Cardinals. There he is. Okay, under 1.5, same. Oh, the market's suspended, so I can't do it. All right, that was an amazing play. If you're positive EV betting and you're looking for like all of these plays pop up, right? There's a million plays that pop up on here that are positive EV. And basically when you look at the positive EV, like this play for example, the middleman between 114 and 152 is 127. So that's the fair value. So if you're picking the over, you want to find a play where you're getting 128 or better odds. So you're getting paid more than the value. If you're picking the under, you want 126 or lower. And you have yourself a positive EV bet, like a good valuable bet. But if you can find a play, if you can find an over where you're getting paid better than 152. So if you can find something up here where the payout is greater than 152, then that is like a no-brainer. You have to take that bet as soon as you can because you're outside of the market width. Same with the under. So you're looking for a play where you're getting paid minus 113 or better odds. So there's not a play that's better than that, but you have a play that's better than this number. So it's still positive EV because this is the better payout compared to these other books. So Pinnacle, Bet 105 are very sharp books, and they have this play heavily favored to go under, right? So you would want to make this play on Bookmaker or on BetCris, whatever that is, because their odds are worse than these other books. But if you really want to hone in on like the most valuable plays, then you want your odds to be 110 or lower outside of these numbers. So the positive side has to be plus 152 or higher, and then on the negative side, so if you're picking the under, you want minus 110 or better. So we don't have any of those plays. So this is not a play that I would personally take. And I'm kind of upset that this market is closed. So this is an example of what I was saying. 103 is lower than 104. So picking your under, you're getting a highly valuable play because it's outside of the market. So it's like reverse. It's like opposite, right? So if you're picking the under, you're looking for odds that are outside of 104, lower than 104. The number, so minus 103, minus 102, 100 would be a highly valuable play. If you want to pick the over, then you're looking for plays where your odds are lower than minus 130. So I mean, almost everywhere here is a good play for the under. The best one is going to be on, actually now it's going to be on Novig, or Profit X, and Novig's not that bad either. But we were getting this at minus 103 on a prop builder, so that would have been nice. That would have been nice. All right, let's move on. Do you guys have any more questions? Any questions? Confused about anything? Do I need to re-explain anything? Any books you're looking at? Any more parlays before we hop off stream? If you guys do want to follow me, just go to my profile on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. If you want to try out OddsJam, use this code, this link right here. You get 7 days free, 35% off. And if you haven't signed up to any of these books, go to my link tree and just click the link. Dabble, Onyx Odds, Sleeper, Parlay Play. I'm not really on Parlay Play or Chalkboard, but I do have accounts on there and better, and you get free money. Onyx Odds, you deposit $10, and then when you spend that $10 on a bet, you get $100 for free. So That's one way to build your bankroll is by signing up for all these books and taking advantage of the deposit bonuses. Let's take a look one more time at DFS. Um, we got a dabble play. Did we do a dabble slip? The dabble plays aren't my favorite right now. We'll do one more round before we hop off. Tyrese Maxey over 27.5 points. Should we do it? Peyton Pritchard over 21. Let's do a dabble slip real quick. I do like a million dabble slips a day because they're so terrible with their lines. Maybe he's not on here. Let me just type in Maxey. No. Points. Oh, they don't got him. All right, that play is gone. All right, I think we're gonna hop off this stream. If you guys don't have rebet and Onyx odds and you're living in California, get on there. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to have it, so I will take advantage of it as I can right now. Supposedly, we're losing sweepstake books at the end of the year, but Novig is the only one that actually reached out and sent me an email saying that we're losing them. So, um, yay. Any questions? If not, I'll see you guys. And like I said, if you guys are on rebet, make sure you guys check out the fantasy optimizer because you can live bet with the optimizer. So if you don't have the platinum plan because it's too expensive, or you're not in a state that has the domestic books, so it's kind of difficult, make sure that you guys have the fantasy optimizer because you do get live betting. Maybe later today or at some point I'll go live with live betting and we can just try to attack some live bets. But for now, we'll see you guys later. All right.